What we've been focusing on is our transitions from primary school to high school and high school to work and training. We felt this was important because we were seeing the kids going away to boarding school and quite simply they were coming back. And a lot of kids were going away, coming back, going away to another school, coming back. And we could just see something was happening.
I've interviewed all the ex-students of Dawul asked them why they were getting homesick and things like that, why they came back, and what we could do about it.
The main reasons that kids come back, or which they say they come back for, is because of bullying. But what we've discovered is it's more of a case of any excuse to cover their homesickness. So a lot of our students were struggling and getting into trouble because they wanted to come home. Also think that we weren't prepared, or we weren't preparing the students or the parents for the experience, and it was kind of like a dilemma whether it's actually our job to do anything. But we've all decided that it is important that the whole school works together and the whole community works together to support the parents and the students. One of the first things we did to implement it, we brought the kids down for a Year 6-7 camp, but we really did explicitly make it so it was going into boarding schools and saying this is what a boarding school is. A lot of the girls were talking about universities, were saying this is what uni is.
First camp was
fun.
Yes, it was very fun. And we got to look at
Boarding schools.
Yes, boarding schools and the university and careers.
To see what it's like to go away. We learned how it's like to stay away from your sisters, your parents, and see what it's like being away.
And we got the taste of city life.
Yeah.
I've been talking to the kids about what is boarding school and why is it hard? Why do you think kids come back, and what do they think are going to be the blockers for them succeeding? Things like missing family, missing country, missing their primary school, missing friends, worried for their family, lonely, no friends. You can read it yourselves. But some really cool stuff coming from the kids. And then we're taking those and really pulling them apart to say, so what is homesickness? When's it going to happen? How's it going to feel? And what are you going to say to yourself when you do feel it? And what are you going to do?
Going away is a big step for me, because if I do get in, I would feel really nervous.
I'm just gonna stay out of the way, and if anybody bullies me, I'd go talk to a teacher.
I would be brave and tough and talk to somebody who I trust.
I'd call my parents every night, and my mom, she's already been talking to me about that, and she says she'll miss me too. So, yeah, I have to be tough.
The main thing where I think we've had more success this year is that the parents are more aware of the problem. So they're a part of this project, and just the simple matter of talking to their children. So when they ring up and they say, I'm homesick, Nana, I want to come home, their nanas are now saying, well, go find something else to do, give me a call in the morning. And the parents and the grandparents have actually got more strategies to deal with their children's homesickness. This was just important for our next step, which was starting to develop our planning pathway documents, where it was just simply myself and the parents and the child talking about where they were going, what they wanted to do.
All right. Guys, thanks for coming today. The first person I want to talk to is you, Catherine. So you've got 2 more years to go away. What would you like to do?
I'd like to go to Broome.
Broome? And why are you thinking Broome?
Because to spend time with my brothers.
Okay. What do you think about her ideas, Yvonne?
All right.
All right. Are you happy with the Broome?
Yes, I'm happy with the Broome. She learn more, get more ideas and more stronger feelings to herself to go away to another school.
So if she starts at Broome,
Yeah.
and then if she finds out that she got into Iona, then it's like a stepping stone?
But yeah.
Yeah, that sounds great. Because have you thought about what you want to do when you leave high school? What's that?
To be a sports teacher.
To be a sports teacher.
The other part of the project being the kids who have not enjoyed school, have come back and have disengaged, is the development of partnerships between agencies who don't normally work within a primary school setting.
The first thing that I did in the early part of the year was take the school through a process of reviewing their school community partnership agreement in light of the innovation that they'd chosen, and to see that there was alignment between the agreement and where the school was wanting to head to with their innovation. And I think we managed to get 12 or 13 external agencies to come to the meeting, and they're all pretty much there around the stuff of, well, how do we engage secondary kids, how do we get young people involved in training and employment. So there was a common sort of thread about why they were there.
The idea was to get together and for agencies to share what their role is out here at Doon. That was a great opportunity for everyone to come together and share what it is that which gap they fill in the circle. I think that was a really great opportunity for Doon to be aware of different services available to them, but also for others to know where the gaps are and possible duplication.
My thing is a supervisor for CDP, Speewall Valley Aboriginal Corporation. So we just say, right, if you want to do mechanic, we'll get you onto TAFE. TAFE will get them onto that, and they'll be also on CDP because they're 16. They can just they get paid for 2 or 3 hours. So yeah, that will help them in the long run. So they think about what they want to do later on down the track when they get their certificate in mechanic or nursery or things like that.
We've been really focusing on 3 disengaged boys. And the biggest success story is our partnership with iTech Job Services. iTech are using us now as a liaison, so they'll give us a call before they come out. They'll ask how the kids are going. They're still doing the career pathway plans because that's their job, but we support them at that, and we support the boys. So the boys have got a really clear picture now and a clear focus of where they're heading. One boy is currently going on to his 3rd month volunteering at the Bungles, which will hopefully then lead into an apprenticeship. Next year, quite simply, what we want to do is that we want to further develop the partnerships in education and training, which we've started to develop now with KGT and Kimberley Training Institute. We want to develop relationships with local employees. We've begun to with TFS, Tropical Forestry Services, but also with the local mines and the contractors around us. And we also want to formalise the health agencies too. We've got a new building called the Meeting Place, and it's an excellent little place that we can start having a bit of control of who comes into the community.
The school allowed me to have meetings here, and that's very good. When I do that, I just let them know that I've got meetings and things. I just use this as a training and meeting place. That's what you call meeting place.
I think it is innovative to think about the child as a whole, and the fact that when they leave us, our responsibility doesn't end. Our lessons that we've learnt is that communication is key. I think building relationships takes time. Making changes or developing programs takes a lot of time, and you've got to give it that time that it deserves. And also we learnt all about service providers, and we learnt the word service providers. And they learnt who we were too. We're not just a stop-off to Warman or Halls Creek. We've actually got kids and young adults who need help as well.